FFP Spring Event here in a bit of an overcast New York City, and I'm standing beside a very famous New York City native, Brooklyn native, in fact. Alexis Ohanian is co-founder of Reddit, and most recently he has forayed into the search field where he is head of marketing and business development for Hipmunk. And if you're wondering what Hipmunk is all about, it's all about a cute little chipmunk and people that like to love cute chipmunks. Or is it something like that, Alex?
It's the core of it, yes. Well, so along with having a cute chipmunk mascot, we are trying to take all the agony out of flight search and hotel search. We want to be a travel search site that actually cares about its users and makes the experience as great as possible so that you can stop searching for your flight and hotel and just go back to picking out what you're going to be drinking on the beach.
And so this Hipmunk, it's a very unique search engine where you've kind of thrown out the old ideas of what search is and what search, in fact, you've brought in what search could be. And tell us a little bit more about the interface, how you came up with this, or how you all came up with this interface idea, and how does that affect people when they first go on your site? How is it going to improve their lives?
Well, so our co-founder, Adam Goldstein, was a senior at MIT, and he was basically booking all the flights for his debate team. And it was becoming such a pain in his ass. Here's an MIT-educated engineer. Like, if he can't figure out effective, efficient ways to search for flights, what is the hope for the rest of us? So he started working on this prototype that became Hipmunk Flight Search and has now grown into Hotel Search as well, which was basically making a user experience that actually gets you the best search results possible as quickly and as easily as we can. And so for flights, we sort by agony. We don't sort by price. We want you to find the least agonizing flight because we know that's not always the cheapest. Most people, really any person, would be willing to pay $20 more to avoid a really long layover. That flight with the layover is more agonizing and thus is ranked lower on our system. And we display all those results visually because it's actually a lot easier to sort of plan which flight you want to take when you can actually see the visual displays. And I'll tell you, when people see it for the first time, they have this aha moment. They have this eureka moment where this thing has been lifted off their eyes and they're like, wow, this is the way maybe this should always have been done. And that's a really great position to be in because we can't get enough of people who keep telling us, like, thank you for making this product. Because we really are making a product for our users. We want them to be on the site for as little time as possible, find what they need, and then go, and not be bombarded with ads or anything obnoxious to try to get in their way.
Well, all the consultants in the room were really excited when they saw the interface because it looks a bit like a Gantt chart.
Yes.
In a way. So and they felt very organized instantly. But that's a very good point. You're talking about you're taking the agony out of traveling, and that really is a unique perspective, and it fits in quite well with our theme today, loyalty for love or for money. And Patty Murphy, former Ryanair chairman, talks about loyalty for price and saying how people were so price sensitive. But in fact, your approach with Hipmunk is not necessarily about price. It's about convenience and probably cost, because as I can attest, yesterday it took me 2 days to get to this venue from an hour flight away, and we won't get into the details, but it cost me a lot in arms and legs and other appendages potentially. So is this maybe what Hipmunk can also alleviate for people?
Yeah, and so Ryanair obviously showed that people really are willing to pay as little as possible to get on a plane to get from point A to point B. But we're trying to look at a much bigger perspective to traveling so there's the cost of one's time and there's the cost of dollars and cents. And you also have to take into consideration how convenient is it for me actually to get to that airport that's an hour-and-a-half drive from where I'm actually staying or where I'm living. And we want to eventually actually be a door-to-door solution for travel search. We want you to know how to plan the most agony-free trip from your home to your hotel in Aruba back to your home and every step of the way. Now, we're only in flights and hotels right now, but one day we'd like to get there. And at the end of the day, people, especially online, have now become so sensitive to good design, to good experiences, that because there hasn't been a lot of innovation ever since the first big disruption in online sort of travel or hotel or flight or booking, there hasn't been a lot of change. And so when people see it for the first time, they think, wow, this is something new and this is something great.
So I'm guessing that once people try you, they love you. Not only are they falling in love with a cute, cuddly mascot, but you're saving them all this agonizing planning and interruptions that comes along with travel. And if anyone's ever traveled, just even a little little bit, they know that. So you're garnering loyalty in that sense.
Yes, and it's all about that experience. We're all hardcore travel junkies. I mean, I've got the passport and all the stamps to prove it, and I love travel. And this is not just for people like plenty of us in this room here who travel all the time, but it's for people who are planning the one vacation out of their year so they can just have 2 weeks of escape from like regular day-to-day existence, take their family somewhere nice, and there is no reason why they should be stuck sifting through a bunch of crappy search results. They should be, like I said, they should be thinking about the drinks they're going to have on the beach or the rides they're going to go to at Disneyland. They shouldn't be dealing with crappy search results. So user experience trumps everything.
So we have all our airlines watching that attended this event today, and airlines that have not attended, and hotels. How can they? And yes, if you're wondering, Alexis is 7 feet tall. I'm not really that short.
And I'm on my toes.
But Alexis, how can our airlines, and many of them are just learning about this this week, and as they saw you at the conference, how can they get involved with Hipmunk? And do they? Is this something that's going to improve their business, or are they going to get a certain type of passenger that they weren't getting before, because you might be attracting a certain type of profile?
Yeah, well, I mean, so right now we're only about 7-8 months old, but the growth we've seen is fabulous, and we're definitely trending towards the savvy traveler, the ones who travel often, who don't have time for the bullshit. And I hope I can say that. This is the internet, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And we're growing to a much more mainstream kind of audience. So right now, definitely, I think if you consider yourself to be an active traveler, I think you consider yourself to be a Hipmunk. And you know, we have great relationships with airlines and hotels because we make all of our money from sending you guys bookings. So give me an email, Alexis@Hipmunk, and we'll get you set up. Because really, all the relationships we've already built so far are from hotels or airlines that have totally been on board with what we're doing and are more than happy to take, leads from us, because, we only get paid when you guys do. And we only get paid when our customers get what they want. And we feel like that's such a genuine, great way to go about making money. That's why we don't show ads on the site. We don't bombard you with crap to keep you sifting through content to get more ads in your face. We just want to show you what you need and then go. So,
So it's all about making the world suck a whole lot less. And your business is going to suck a whole lot less with Hipmunk. The man in the hoodie, you said it himself. Thank you for welcoming us to your hood here in Brooklyn, and coming and speaking with us. And we're going to see a lot more of Alexis Ohanian and Hipmunk in the near future.